The Buffalo Bills are 9-2 for the first time since 1992, but what are the reasons ultimately why we have such a dominant record this year? On this channel last year, we spoke about all the turnovers by this Buffalo Bills team and really the turnover differential that was horrendous for Bills Mafia in 2023, but the Buffalo Bills currently sit atop on the NFL, number one in turnover differential. Look at what is happening here. The Buffalo Bills have 21 takeaways, and we only have 7 giveaways from this offense. 5 interceptions and only 2 fumbles given up by this Buffalo Bills offense, and 21 total takeaways. Clearly, there are other teams with 21 takeaways, like the Minnesota Vikings, but look at all the giveaways by their offense, 17 compared to 7 for the Buffalo Bills. So it's just a complementary football. The Buffalo Bills defense taking the ball away, but also this offense and Josh Allen and the running backs and the wide receivers protecting the football and not giving up a lot of giveaways. So the Bills are currently number one in the NFL with this turnover differential, making games much easier to win than last year when we had one of the worst turnover differentials in the NFL. And it's a snowball effect. It's a flywheel effect. When you have less possessions in a game, or your offense is putting your defense in a bad situation, or your defense isn't giving your offense more opportunities to run up the score, your back is likely going to be against the wall during games, or you're going to be fighting and scratching and clawing for a W late in games. And what that does is it forces teams to start taking chances, and it also increases the risk of more turnovers and more problems during that time frame. So the Buffalo Bills, being that we are the best turnover differential in the NFL, we're sitting comfortable in games. We're having more time and more possessions to run up the score and score points, and we're not having to fight and crawl and scratch to win and close out games. And we have to give credit to this Buffalo Bills offensive line. Josh Allen really has not been sacked at all this year. For example, Caleb Williams sacked 41 times already. Look at all the names. Even CJ Stroud 35 times. Scrolling down the list, Josh Allen isn't even on the first page because he's only been sacked 13 times so far this season. Get Lamar Jackson at 15. Josh Allen at 13 total sacks so far this season is just remarkable, and it proves that Aaron Kromer and this offensive line are not only doing a great job running the ball, but they are doing an excellent job protecting Josh Allen, thus not putting Josh Allen in harm's way or having him throw the ball or make a quick decision. This offensive line is giving Josh Allen ample time to make the right decision, to not put the ball in harm's way, thus creating less turnovers by this Buffalo Bills offense and Josh Allen. I would say the linebackers on this team stepping up to the plate, like Dorian Williams, Terrell Bernard, clearly much different than Tremaine Edmonds, who struggled in pass coverage. This just fits what the Buffalo Bills are ultimately doing now. Like, understanding that Josh Allen, this Buffalo Bills offense under Joe Brady, has every capability of running up the score, thus forcing opposing teams to pass it against this defense. In years past, we didn't have the linebackers that were good in pass coverage. Obviously, Matt Milano, but Tremaine Edmonds, the quarterback, the large guy in the middle of this defense who we need most, really struggled in pass coverage. So now that we've merged on into Terrell Bernard, who's excellent in pass coverage, and now we have this Joe Brady offense and Josh Allen running up the score, it's just a much better fit. Complementary football. Football is the ultimate team sport. It goes beyond the team because it really starts on an individual basis, and players like Josh Allen, Khalil Shakir, Greg Rousseau, Deion Dawkins, Curtis Samuel against the Chiefs in Week 11 were the highest rated players for us. But it seems to me that on a week-to-week basis, players are rising to the occasion. Even Von Miller back to his Hall of Fame ways here in Buffalo, freeing up things for Greg Rousseau, freeing up things for this defense to make plays and create turnovers. If it wasn't for this elite pass rush, Christian Benford and Rasul Douglas and our secondary here with Taylor Rapp and DeMar Hamlin would definitely not be doing as well. And really, James Cook 10 rushing touchdowns so far this season. He's on track to finish third in the all-time rushing touchdown list in Buffalo Bills history. Is just remarkable. Christian Benford had 3 receptions on 4 targets, only 7 yards allowed, no first downs allowed versus the Chiefs. I mean, this is absolutely remarkable to witness. The turnover differential has enabled the Buffalo Bills to score more total points per game than our opponents at 29 points per game compared to only 19.5 points per game. We're outscoring our opponents by 10 points, and I think it's mainly because of this turnover differential. It's just unbelievable to witness here. Touchdowns, the Bills are outscoring opponents 36-23 so far this season. And it's just this complementary football that is just balling out of freaking control in 2024. I think the biggest difference so far in 2024 is that we understand ourselves. Sean McDermott understands the full scope of things, how this offense can complement the defense, how this defense can complement the offense. We're finally hitting on all cylinders. I think the writing was on the wall for many years, knowing that Josh Allen has progressed to the best quarterback in the NFL, but we didn't really have the player personnel defensively to keep up against other opposing teams' high potent passing attacks, like the Kansas City Chiefs, like the Cincinnati Bengals. I think the Buffalo Bills now have the player personnel to finally play this complementary football game where the defense complements the offense, this offense complements the defense, and the special teams is clearly still coming in clutch for Bills Mafia, doing an excellent job punting the ball, kicking the ball, not putting the ball in harm's way. Like, we're doing a great job tackling. You know, it's a field position game, special teams. So yes, Tyler Bass might not be making 100% of his kicks, but our punter, and we're still doing some things to complement one another. And I believe the Buffalo Bills are officially the best team in the Sean McDermott era, potentially ever, that we've ever seen here in Buffalo. Last year, we made things so hard for ourselves, whereas this year, we're making things so much easier, and I expect this to continue. It's clear as day that Josh Allen and the players on this team continue to progress. Dorian Williams is a much better player than what he was last year at this point. Dalton Kincaid, a much better player than what he was last year at this point. Khalil Shakir continuing to progress. Von Miller back to his Hall of Fame ways. Matt Milano is going to be coming back. This is just so big for Bills Mafia. Clearly, we have every facet and every player on this team to be Super Bowl champions by the time this season ends. But I appreciate you guys all so much. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit like, subscribe for future content. We're going to be ripping out videos here during the bye week, diving into this team a little bit further, areas that we could improve and do a little bit better, things that we should maybe consider. We'll be diving into highlights and so much more. So make sure you follow along for that. Check the links down below in the description. You guys could get $20 off SeatGeek when you use promo code BNC. Also, we have free shipping, sizes small through 5XL at Buffalo Fan Shop Etsy store. We have the Buffalo Chicken Wing merch in red, blue, gray, black, all sorts of different colors. And personally, how I started my full-time job in 2024, it enabled me to work fully remote. It was all through Course Careers. It all starts completely for free. They have all these free introduction courses, what is going to tell you about the career, why it's a great career to pursue, and what your day-to-day will ultimately look like. So if you're interested in that, check the link down below to Course Careers to start your new career today. But I truly appreciate you guys. Hit like, subscribe, and go Bills.